Hi. Okay, today is a little tutorial all about our hands, fingers, wrists, forearms, and keeping them nice and healthy and moving well. So we're going to start just by flicking the hands and flicking the fingers. So you're just scrunching and give it a good flick, almost like you're trying to get some water off your fingertips. Um, so I'm going to go through quite a few different movements, little things you can do that might help your practice or might help how your hands feel. And stopping with the flicking now, bringing it into fists and circling one way and then the other, giving yourself a little bit of movement there and a shake. So I'm going to go through each part quite quickly. So if there's anything that feels good or you feel you want to do more of, then do that. We're going to do a bit of self-massage. Yeah, all the good stuff. Okay, so we'll start with a little bit of a stretch for the hands. So I want you just to reach the fingers out as much as possible and stretch, and then bring them in, wrists in, big stretch. So this is just slowed down what we were doing. Okay, and then from there, bringing your hand forward, holding on to the fingertips and bringing it back. So my fingers are straight. I'm bringing the hand back just as far as feels okay. Don't want to force it too much. You want a bit of movement, and don't forget your thumb. It's not easy to do them all at once. So on the other side, bringing the thumb in, fingertips, bringing it back. Just looking for a bit of a stretch through the palm of the hand. Okay, opposite direction. You're going to bring your hands into fists and pull the fists back. So what you can do here is reach the arm forward and encourage the fist in a little bit by pulling with the opposite hand. And the same on the other side. You're making a fist, pulling it back, bringing it a bit closer. Feels good? Maybe feels good already. Okay, so each digit, take a hold, give it a pull and a little wiggle. So just encouraging the fingers to find a bit of movement. You're not looking to crack joints or anything. This is, yeah, just a little bit of self-care. So if you've got a job or, yeah, that's at a desk or very active with the hands, then you maybe find that you need this. So I'm making a C with my fingers and my thumb, first finger and thumb or second finger, and cupping that round the wrist joint. And I'm starting with a few circle motions there, maybe circling the hand while giving a bit of pressure, and then thinking about drawing the hand a little bit further away if you can. And then continue that up past the end of the forearm bones and giving it a little rub up and down, circles. It's quite nice. And then I'm going to bring the heel of the hand to make circles into the arm, into the palm. Maybe taking the thumb into your palms, fleshy bits, muscly bits, and giving it a bit of love. Okay, other side. So you're looking for that little gap between the hand and the bottom of the forearm bones. Maybe making circles, rub back and forth. And then quite nice to keep it going up the forearm. So I've worked at a desk for and a computer for 32 years. So all that work with a mouse and yeah, typing. Not that I can type. Yeah, takes its toll on my hands, wrists, shoulders, back, the whole lot. Okay, there we go. So don't know how that feels for you already, but yeah, already I'm enjoying it. So we're going to start to take weight into this and start to bring a bit of movement into it. Fingertips facing forward. Go for that little stretch of the hands, but not too much. Pushing into each fingertip, pushing into the knuckle area of the palm. Remembering to push into the thumb, base of the thumb. And then we're seeing if we can draw up through this area, just at the heel of the hand and into the wrist. Almost like you're trying to keep a channel here as you squeeze down into the mat and then lift. So many opposites. So from here, I'm going to start to rock forward and back, take a little weight into the fingertips more, and then back out to the hands all together. So forward and then release. You could do these for quite a bit of time. I'm just doing a little bit here and there, and we'll start to make circles. One way and then the other. You also don't want to spend all your time working on one area of the body, do you? But if things are achy, I find that my hands get really achy after gardening. So come spring. Okay, turning the hands back towards you. So you're turning them out and back. Fingertips towards the knees. Your hands might not come that far. It all depends on how much you can move through the shoulders and the arms. And then from here, we're peeling the hands off the floor as we sit back. So bringing the weight forward and peel up and away. And again, I'll just do this 2 or 3 times. And you can also make circles here, although it's not nearly as easy to make the circles here. Taking a lot more compression into the wrists. And release. And give it a little shake. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is press the back of the hand down. So this was all about this side. As we bring the back of the hand down into the mat, it feels quite vulnerable. So just go easy. Feel your way through into it, and then you can curl the fingers in. So you won't be able to curl the thumb quite as much, but you're trying to, making fists as the back of the hand pushes down. So you might prefer just to do this one at a time. It does feel really bizarre when you first try it. Or that maybe feels really too intense for you. You can take the back of the hands into the waist again, elbows pulling back, and draw those fingers in. Same action. Okay. And give it a shake. So this next little bit is about creating a bit of strength and movement in the hands. So pushing into the fingertips, you're going to pop the hands up. So you're drawing up through the center, pushing down, pop up, push, pop, pop. So you're really driving down into the fingers to lift the hands up, creating a bit of strength and movement there. There we go. Okay, give it a shake. So I'm going to, last little thing, we're going to continue our massage that we were having. This time we're going to do it on the floor. So elbow down into the mat and back of the arm down and back of the hand down so that palm's facing up. And you're going to start with maybe the fist or knuckles, rubbing circles into the area of the hand and the wrist and the forearm. Or maybe you're going to take your opposite forearm and use that as a little bit of pressure. Maybe you can take a bit more weight into it. Yeah, it depends on you. And of course, it's not just one side. Do both sides. So that was a very quick one from me for that side, and then we'll do the other side. So remember, you could do heel of the hand, or it could be the thumb or knuckles. Play around with it, see what feels good for your hand. Stretching the hand is a really nice thing to do as well. So this actually feels a bit nicer if you've got a little bit of oil, so it doesn't pull the skin as much, especially when you're rubbing forearm against the other forearm. Yeah, you don't want to pull. Okay, last little thing I'm going to speak to you about is what you can do during your practice. So we take a lot of weight into our hands and upper body when we start a vinyasa practice. If that's new to you, it's going to feel really quite intense. We've been working on our crow pose recently, so that's taken a lot of weight into the hands. So when we start to move on to hand balances, arm balances, whatever you want to call them, you're going to notice that in your wrists. So what can we do? When you see how much movement you've got in your wrist before we even start, so bring your arm forward and just pull your hand to straight and fingertips pointing up, and just see how much you can get an angle in the back of the hand here. So possibly it only comes a little way, maybe not far at all. It all depends on your lifestyle, what's going on, what your body shape and mobility is, naturally is. It's all different for everyone. So if you're here and then, so naturally the hand wouldn't be on the floor, and then you're going to push weight into it. It can cause some problems. So there's a couple of things we can do just in our general practice. First is to roll up the front of your mat to take your hands onto. Heel of the hands pushed down, gripping with the fingertips and knuckles coming towards the floor as well. I've made this a bit big. So this is the same as taking the weight into your hands, a bit flat, but you've just got a bit more space, which creates this little bit more space in the back of the wrist as well, so that, you're not crunching into that area. So we're still remembering about pushing down through the knuckles, heel of the hand, creating this bit of space and gripping with the fingertips. It's all still that same action, but it's just not quite as intense as that angle. The other thing is you actually get a wedge that is exactly for this. So of course in yoga you get something for everything. So you get wedges for sitting on as well, but these ones are particularly for the hands. You also get that are just almost the size of a hand, that's palm width, and you get same thing can be used at your feet. So heel of the hand is going on the high part, gripping with the fingertips, and it creates that same little bit more space in the back of the hands and the wrists, and reaching forward. Doesn't do anything that rolling up your mat can't do. So you don't have to have one. So don't know if that's everything I wanted to tell you, but it's plenty to be going on with. So give yourself a little bit of love. Give yourself a massage. Any questions? Yeah, give me a shout.